A South African-like genocide accusation is again resurfacing, of course, by Donald Trump, President of the United States. But this time, another African country is a target, Nigeria. Now, Donald Trump is saying that Nigeria, the country Nigeria, has become a concern that there's a Christian genocide in Nigeria. Let me play this video. Watch it, please.
Nigeria, just wanted to ask you, do you envisage US boots on Nigeria? Just wanted to ask you, do you envisage US boots on the ground?
Could be. I mean, a lot of things I envisage, a lot of things. They're killing record numbers of Christians in Nigeria. And they have other countries very bad also. You know that part of the world, very bad. They're killing the Christians and killing them in very large numbers. We're not going to allow that to happen.
So you said that it's not true that you've made a decision on striking inland in Venezuela. But are there actual plans for those strikes in the near future?
Well, how can I answer a question like that? Are there plans for a strike on Venezuela? Who would say that? Supposing there were, would I say that to you? Would be a very secret plans. Who would say that? You know, what kind of a question is it?
On Nigeria, just wanted to ask you.
My God. Okay, so you have seen this, okay, accusing. And then, of course, the government of the United States went on also on their official X account saying it has become, Nigeria has become a concern. Now, let me just share this article with you, or perhaps I'm gonna read it through. Now, there are two things that are lying beneath this. First of all, it's not really about the Christians that are dying in Nigeria. If there is anyway, he said there's a lot of research or whatever, but there are also Muslims who are dying from these terrorist attacks, and as well, there are a number of concerns elsewhere in the world, also within the continent in Africa, where people are killed. It could be for religious reason, but also for other reasons. But definitely the Dangote refinery seems to play a role. It has become a significant exporter of fuel that has changed the dynamic of oil transaction in the region, covering also the local market and also the export. There's ExxonMobil and Chevron. They both are based in the United States, and it has impacted since Dangote refinery started operating. It has impacted the business transaction of these two companies. Even Europe has become now the destination for the fuel export by Dangote refinery, both for jet fuel and for other consumptions. Some of the refining companies in Europe are being closed because it's a high standard that Dangote refinery is producing. Now, let me just read this with you. Look. In addition to Venezuela was also accused, okay? Now, in addition to Venezuela, Donald Trump has threatened to attack Nigeria if the country's government continues to allow the killing of Christians. He stated that Christianity in Nigeria is in danger of extinction. Oh my God. In most cases, the Islamist terrorist group Boko Haram is responsible for attacks on Christians in Nigeria. Now, there is a monstrous genocide and massacre going on in Sudan right now, okay? Mr. President, which threatens the Coptic Christian community in that region, if you really want to make the genocide by their religious subscription. In Syria, Islamists regularly violate the rights of minorities, including Christians, but this does not, of course, bother President Donald Trump. It is clear that all this rhetoric of the 18th century empires is largely of his nuclear electorate in the States. Now, Nigeria is a key country in Africa and in the Gulf of Guinea region. It's one of the largest oil exporters in the world. American giants, for example, ExxonMobil, Chevron, have significant assets there. The country is rich not only in hydrocarbons, but also in other natural resources such as tin, coal, and zinc. Now, what goals can the United States pursue if it decides to bomb another country? Number one, this is countering China. Now, look, some of you have asked me, you want the article that I am reading from, so you can say it. This one is coming from Pravda. It's also related to Russia as well. Now, number one, the goals that the United States can achieve is that it's countering China, which is actively investing in infrastructure and resource extraction across Africa, including Nigeria. The United States sees this as a threat to its global influence. The military presence is a way to mark the territory and strengthen its political influence in contrast to Beijing government. Number two, this will be also the goal that it can achieve is countering Russia. Previously, through Wagner, now known as the African Corps, Russia is also increasing its influence in African countries, in Mali, Central African Republic, Burkina Faso, and Niger. Now, the United States does not want this model to spread in Nigeria, which is a regional leader. Well, I doubt that happened under the leadership of Bola Tinubu. He's a complete, what could we call it, sellout to the West. And I don't know why Donald Trump is bothered. But anyways, the third goal the United States can achieve with this military attack against Nigeria is that, or by bringing its military to Nigeria, is that control of the Gulf of Guinea. This region is critically important for global oil supplies, ensuring the safety of shipping lanes and combating piracy directly affects the economic interest of the United States and its allies. So this means that destabilization in the region, especially in the south of the country where the oil is produced, it threatens this interest. The military presence may be designed to secure the oil infrastructure. Okay, now terrorist groups, Boko Haram and others, have been operating in Nigeria and other countries, in Mozambique as well. So now, given that Nigeria is a demographic and economic giant of Africa, its collapse or further destabilization will lead to catastrophic consequences for the entire region. Now, waves of refugees, the spread of weapons and terrorism. In fact, this by large, this is not from the article, but I will go ahead and say that this could be also a control or to weaken the alliance of the Sahel states. Nigeria shares the largest border with Niger. Okay, so this could be also to weaken the alliance of the Sahel states, to have its military close to there. This is not really about this camouflage that he is talking about, Christianity genocide. Since when you are warring the killing of people in other parts of the world? Well, history repeats itself, right? Okay, now let's go on. But knowing the United States and its policies based on the example of the Middle East and North Africa protesting Christians and the fight against Boko Haram can go sideways for the region. Actually, the emergence of ISIS is the product of their hands. That's what the article says, even without resorting to conspiracy theory. Well, that is it. Okay, so now before it was South Africa, also the white genocide, and now it is the government of Donald Trump has threatened also Venezuela, now Nigeria. But this is much bigger than this genocide that President Trump is talking about. If there is a genocide, then only Christians as well. The Boko Haram has committed a lot of crimes and killings, not only to Christians, but others as well. And also, what about Sudan? What about other countries, where people are dying, where genocide is being committed? Why you're not talking about that? Because it doesn't bother you. It's all about business, right? It's all about business. And what is worrying the United States is that it's giants, oil giants of ExxonMobil and Chevron. Their business is impacted by the giant Dangote refinery, our own, the richest black man, who is almost, covering throughout Nigeria for local, distributing its oil to local consumption and also exporting oil to the region in West Africa and also to the world as well. America itself is one of the recipients, Europe as well. Well, that was it for now. Thank you very much for tuning in. Let us know in the comment section, what do you think of this comment by President Donald Trump? What do you think is the hidden agenda according to you? Maybe there are some things that you can reveal for us, right? Keep the comment coming. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.